Have you ever felt a strange tingling in your hand, or noticed an M shape forming on your palm without any explanation? If so, something far bigger may be unfolding in your life. There was once a man who, at the age of 33, noticed a peculiar mark on his hand. At first, he didn't think much of it, but one night he had a dream so vivid it felt like a vision. In it, a monk with piercing eyes said just one phrase, "You already know what it means. Get ready." He woke up breathless, and the mark looked clearer than ever. What is this mark? And why do so many people around the world feel an unexplainable connection to it? Decades ago, a lesser-known prophecy by Padre Pio spoke of people marked for a divine purpose. In his spiritual visions, he allegedly received messages about a final group of chosen ones, individuals carrying a visible sign and a sacred mission. For years, this knowledge remained hidden, but now it's beginning to surface. There's a date connected to that prophecy. December 2025 will not be an ordinary month. Something is coming, and those who bear the mark must be spiritually prepared. The calling has already begun, and the signs are growing stronger. If you've always felt like you didn't quite belong in this world, as if something greater was waiting for you, keep listening. By the end of this message, you'll understand your mission, what it truly means to be chosen, and how to prepare for what's coming. For a long time, accounts of Padre Pio's visions were kept behind closed doors. Among his closest followers, whispers grew of a secret knowledge that he had seen a group of people marked for a spiritual purpose. These individuals, he said, would be called at the appointed time, when humanity stood on the edge of a profound spiritual shift. In letters and private testimonies, Padre Pio described physical signs that would appear in the chosen. One stood out, a symbol in the hand. He believed this wasn't a coincidence, but a spiritual seal marking those with a role in the events to come. Why was this prophecy kept hidden for so long? Perhaps because its message was too powerful. If it's true, there's a direct link between the marked and what Padre Pio called the last chosen. And now, with the world in transformation, this knowledge is beginning to make sense. What makes this moment so important is the approach of a specific date. December 2025 will be a turning point. According to recent reports and energetic impressions, only those spiritually ready will be able to fully grasp what this moment means. If this message stirs something deep inside you, it could mean the prophecy is already playing out, and that you're a part of it. Let's look at the signs. Here are 7 key experiences that may confirm you're one of the chosen described in Padre Pio's hidden prophecy. Feeling the inner calling. It begins as a quiet restlessness, a sense that something big is coming. Maybe you felt different as a child, like you were connected to something beyond this world, even if you couldn't explain it. Over time, that feeling grows. You may suddenly feel drawn to spiritual topics, ancient knowledge, or deep truths you never cared about before. It's as if something is waking up inside you, pulling you toward answers. If you've experienced this, your soul may already be responding to the calling. And this is just the beginning, Om. The M mark becoming more visible. Some people have noticed an M shape on their palms for years, yet few understand what it truly means. According to testimonies, this mark becomes more visible over time, especially during moments of spiritual connection. Some say the mark darkens or sharpens after deep prayer, visions, or intense dreams. Others feel warmth or a tingling in their hands when they're in sacred places or around certain people. If this sounds familiar, the M may not just be a coincidence. It could be one of the clearest indicators that you're among those called to something higher. Dreams that guide or warn dreams have always been a gateway for spiritual communication. Padre Pio believed they were one of the most powerful ways the divine speaks to those who are ready to listen. Have you ever dreamt of glowing figures, sacred symbols, or messages that felt more real than reality itself? Some people see monks, saints, or beings of light who speak without words, but communicate volumes through their gaze. Others see numbers, phrases, or events that later make perfect sense in waking life. Some even say they've heard a voice while asleep, a clear message telling them where to go or what to do. If you've had dreams like these, it may be a sign you're being prepared for something sacred. Sensing spiritual presences in prayer or silence. Those who are spiritually marked tend to be more sensitive to what's unseen. In moments of deep prayer, meditation, or even silence, many report feeling a presence in the room, subtle yet undeniable. It might come as a sudden chill, a shift in temperature, or a sense that someone is standing beside you when no one is there. It might feel intense or deeply comforting. These moments aren't random, they're signals that you're not alone, that you're being watched over. As you become more attuned, your spiritual senses sharpen. You start to notice things most people never will. Deep empathy for the pain of others. One of the most consistent traits among the chosen is a heart that feels deeply, sometimes overwhelmingly. Padre Pio said that those called for this mission would carry a great sense of compassion, and it's true. Many who bear the mark experience emotions more intensely than others. If you often find yourself moved to tears by injustice, if you feel other people's suffering in your body, if you're driven to help without knowing why, it's because your soul is tuned to higher frequencies of love and service. This level of empathy can be exhausting, even painful, but it's also one of the clearest signs that your spirit is aligned with a divine purpose. Natural withdrawal from negative environments. As your spiritual sensitivity increases, you begin to feel uncomfortable in heavy or chaotic environments. Some spaces feel draining. Some people, even those you once cared for, now carry an energy that your soul resists. This isn't about judgment, it's about protection. You may find yourself stepping away from toxic conversations, noisy crowds, or even certain media that once entertained you. Your spirit no longer tolerates what pulls you down, and this shift is part of your awakening. It's how the divine shields you, guiding you toward places and people who nourish your light. Repeated synchronicities with the numbers 3 and 12. Numbers are powerful, and they often carry messages from beyond the veil. In this prophecy, 2 numbers stand out, 3 representing divine unity, mind, body, and soul, and 12 symbolizing completion, spiritual readiness, and preparation for something greater. Have you been seeing these numbers everywhere? 333 on the clock, 12 on license plates, combinations of 3 and 12 that show up during key moments. This isn't random. Many spiritually marked individuals report this exact pattern. The universe often speaks through repetition, and when you start noticing, it means the message is reaching you. If these signs have been appearing in your life, especially around moments of deep emotion or reflection, pay attention. You may be closer to the prophecy's fulfillment than you realize. Now that you know the signs, there's one question left to ask. How do you know if you're already being spiritually prepared? The answer might be closer than you think. Many people go years feeling like something is changing inside them, but can't quite explain what it is. After recognizing the external signs, what matters most is noticing what's happening within. Here are the deeper confirmations, the ones that can't be ignored. Unexplained physical sensations. The human body is incredibly sensitive to spiritual energy. When someone is awakening to their true purpose, they may experience unexpected physical reactions. Some feel a wave of heat in the center of their palm, especially where the M mark appears. Others describe a sudden tingling in their hands, electricity moving through the body, or emotional waves that arrive out of nowhere. It's not uncommon to tear up without reason when hearing a particular song, entering a spiritual space, or even hearing certain words. These reactions aren't weakness, they're activation. Your body is responding to frequencies beyond the physical. It's preparing for a higher state of being, hearing stories that feel like yours. Across the world, people are having similar experiences, often without knowing others are going through the same. In forums, videos, and quiet conversations, a pattern is emerging. Some have dreamed of a glowing M or seen religious figures communicating through silence. Others speak of a lifelong feeling of not fitting in, like they were waiting for something that hadn't yet arrived. And when they hear someone describe their experience, something clicks. It feels like confirmation, like a forgotten memory being restored. If you've ever felt that, you're not imagining it. You're being shown that you're not alone. External signs and increasing synchronicities. The outer world reflects the inner world. And once your spiritual awakening begins, life starts showing you things that are impossible to ignore. People have reported seeing crosses in random places, doves during moments of intense prayer, or even the name Pio appearing repeatedly on books, in dreams, or spoken by others without context. The more you notice these patterns, the more they multiply. It's as if reality itself is trying to confirm what your soul already knows. You're being prepared for something sacred. And now that the signs are becoming more frequent, the next step is the most important one: preparation. Because if what Padre Pio foresaw is true, December 2025 will be a turning point, and those who are spiritually ready will feel the shift. Let's explore how to prepare. Recognizing the signs is just the beginning. If you feel that you've been chosen, if you know in your heart that something big is coming, then it's time to prepare your soul for what lies ahead. This isn't about fear. It's about alignment, spiritual fasting and deep prayer. For centuries, fasting has been used not just to purify the body, but to realign the spirit. It's not just about giving up food, it's about letting go of what drains your energy and clouds your connection with the divine. Limit distractions, avoid negativity, and most importantly, make space for silence and prayer. Padre Pio always emphasized the power of prayer as protection. If you feel the calling, build a daily practice. Set aside sacred time each day, no phones, no noise. Just you and the presence of something greater, connecting to inner silence. We live in a world of endless noise, but those who carry the mark must learn to value stillness, because it's in the silence that the deepest messages come. Give yourself a few moments every day to simply be present. No agenda, just stillness. Close your eyes, breathe, feel. That's where clarity begins. That's where your soul starts to speak without words. The answers you've been searching for aren't out there. They're already inside you, waiting for quiet to rise. Spiritual protection practices from the mystics. Throughout history, spiritual teachers have passed down ways to guard your energy. One of the simplest, yet most powerful, is this: a prayer of protection every morning and night. Speak it with intention, not repetition. Let your words form a shield around you. You can also visualize a radiant light surrounding your body, pure, glowing, impenetrable. Some wear symbols of faith, saint medals, small crosses, crystals that hold personal meaning. These reminders help anchor your energy and strengthen your protection. The power of the December Vigil, from the 1st to the 24th. This window, December 1st to 24th, is crucial. A time of spiritual preparation, a time to cleanse, reflect, and align. Use these days to deepen your practice. Light candles with purpose. Avoid things that dull your awareness. Seek out others who feel the same pull, because when two awakened souls connect, their light multiplies. And when December arrives, those who have been preparing will feel it in their bones. Something is shifting, and the ones who are listening will know it's time. If you've made it this far, it's not by accident. Something inside you has already recognized the truth behind these words. That mark you carry, whether visible or only felt, is a sacred reminder you were chosen for this moment. You've always felt different, like you weren't fully part of this world, like something invisible set you apart. That feeling wasn't your imagination. It was preparation. The M that appears in so many hands is more than a symbol. It's a spiritual seal, a promise made before birth, a mission waiting to unfold. Those who bear it aren't here to follow the crowd. They're here to guide, to protect, and to awaken. Padre Pio knew this, and according to the records of his visions, the time is coming when the chosen will be called into action. That time is near. You don't have to know everything right now. You just need to take the first step. Comment below. I carry the mark, and I am ready. Let this be your public confirmation, your soul's yes. In the days ahead, keep watching the signs. If you start seeing the numbers 3 or 12 again and again, know you're aligned. And soon we'll reveal the message connected to December 25th, a date carrying immense spiritual weight that few truly understand. What's coming is not a punishment, it's a calling, and you have been called.